All right, we're back down to Chiefs Pit, Timmy Petty, Mark Petty, Richie Petty. Springtime is amongst us, and that brings Martinsville Speedway to us. I always think of Martinsville in springtime, don't you? Because all the azaleas and everything's in full bloom.
Cardinal 500.
Yeah.
Is that what they used to call it?
The Dogwood 500.
Oh, there was a Cardinal too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was both.
Okay.
You know what time
But
it
that was the
Might
late.
not have been a spring though. This could be a whole hour. We
But
could
that was-
argue about this for hours.
The old Dominion 500 was cup race.
But that was, them was the
Yeah, sportsman and
sportsman
modified.
modifieds. They used to run like 250s. But
Okay,
anyway, we got a lot
my
of
bad.
family history at the Martinsville Speedway, and it goes back to the beginnings. So anyway, I was looking through some books and things. I learned some things. I thought I knew a little bit about Martinsville, but I learned I didn't know anything.
Yeah, there's so
What
much.
year did they start running Martinsville?
49?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it was
but
dirt before that, wasn't it?
well, I had it right here. Clay Earls built the track in '47.
Okay.
His first race up there.
Wow.
And Bill France, this was before NASCAR.
That's a pretty stern guy. That old
He
Clay
helped
Earls.
him. He helped him promote the race there in '47. But that was before NASCAR. But the first Cup race was there in '49, and it was dirt. And Lee run second at that race.
Who won it?
Red Byron. You remember them old pictures of him with the
We take his goggles
Yeah.
off, and it was.
That was red. That was that picture.
yeah,
Yeah.
right in there somewhere.
I didn't realize that Lee had finished second.
But he finished second there. But Lee ran second a lot. Mark was showing me. Was looking
You
through
know,
some
I was
books,
looking through an old program here.
and I didn't realize grandfather had run second there that many times.
Second or first, second, or third.
Yeah.
Not very often did he finish out that
But-
side top three.
I
He
guess
didn't have nobody asking
his-
him why he finished second, did he?
his nickname, Mr. Consistency, he sure was consistent
Oh,
at Martinsville. But anyway, he won 3 races up there. He won in '53 and '59, and I had, what was the other one? 54.
So
But
you
the-
didn't win in '54?
Yeah, 53, 54.
I like
And
the
59.
54 car myself.
Yeah. But
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
When they start giving the clocks out up there?
I think that was later on. And his
Ooh, I wonder what year.
Did he ever win a clock?
No.
grandfather.
So he won 3 races, but he didn't get a clock.
I don't think so. Now, speaking of the clocks, I got a clock. It's '68, the year I was born. And remember, Mom and Dad gave us all the clocks for Christmas one year. You got one, and you got one.
I don't have a date on it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say grandfather won that.
Okay.
I think mine's 72.
Is it?
I think.
Okay. And
72 is a good year.
Yeah.
but Richard had 15 wins up there.
Okay, I got a story about that.
All right, go ahead.
Because what they really concentrated on up there, because everybody lost their brakes
Mm-hmm.
in Martinsville. It was just that standard deal. But they'd work on them brakes, and they'd ride down. He would get, after they get the car prepared, they would go down the road and go to the corner across Polecat Creek
Yeah.
They're the wits.
and practice going through that corner right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he sometimes just spend a lot of time on it, but you know, usually short track he would go down there and use that corner as his gauge.
Yeah.
And it must have been a pretty close one
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with 15 wins, right?
Well,
Is that what you said?
I guess you could consider Martinsville maybe a home track.
Well, you know, we
How
always
long? It's about an hour from
we
here,
always
right?
thought about Rockingham
Yep.
being a home track, but I was thinking that a while ago.
Yep.
Well, we
was-
were blessed with 2 then.
That Martinsville was a home track for us, especially the whole family, because we've had a lot of success up
We
there.
got Rockingham, Charlotte, Martinsville's
Yeah.
all an hour drive
Right.
from right here.
But you know, Rockingham and
I'm listening.
Martinsville, a lot of success out of there. Charlotte, not as much.
Right.
But I was looking. We had 20 wins for the whole family in cup wins up there in Martinsville. Richard had 15. Lee had 3. Now, I didn't know this, and I was looking it up. Julie Petty, 1958, his cars run 1-2 up there with Bob
You didn't have
Welber.
but one win up there? What all the wins
That was
he
it.
had?
Well, he probably had other. I'm talking about the cup side.
Oh, the cup
I
deal.
ain't talking about the other stuff.
So Bob Welber won a cup
Bob
race?
Welburn and Rex White was his drivers. They run 1-2 in '58 up there. So I thought that was kind
That
of
was a
neat.
big day.
And then Richard,
Wow.
after he took over by himself, Petty Enterprises, Andretti won in '99. So there's 20 wins up there for the
And
Petties.
plus, we won the truck race with Jimmy
The
Hensley.
truck race afterwards. Yeah, we was part of
It's
that.
Captain Cup, though.
I know,
Well, no,
I know,
I'm
I
saying
know.
that weekend he's talking about.
We swept.
we-
the
yeah,
Petty
sweep.
swept the weekend
Yeah.
because it
Do we
was
still have that broom?
Richard Mike. It was his sweep. He owned both
I
cars.
know it. I'm just kidding.
Now, Richard's second win up there, that trophy right there, 1962.
Can I hold it?
You can do whatever you want to with it.
Just clean your fingerprints off when you get done.
But do
please.
you know the significance of 1962?
I was born that year.
Okay, but I'm talking about that race.
Mm-mm.
That was
April, May,
Lee's.
June.
That was Lee's comeback. That was his first race back after his wreck in '61 at Daytona. That was his first race that he drove.
And Richard won.
Richard won, and Richard run.
You want to hold it like a baby?
But Lee run fifth, but he had relief from Jim Pascal, and I think it was after this race. I mean, he ran a few more, but I think it was
You
after.
realized he was not.
He didn't have the stamina to run 500 miles or 500 laps at Martinsville, and he knew his time was near to being done.
What are the trophies cool about that?
Oh yeah. You know, and speaking of, I just about dropped my glasses.
It's okay.
I was-
Mistakes can be made.
I was reading up. We was talking about Bob Welborn a few minutes ago. Did y'all know he played baseball at Random High School? I was reading an article in one of these.
That must mean he went around.
Well, I guess.
You reckon?
But one of these programs had a biography on Bob Welborn, and it was talking about he played baseball up there in Random, and I didn't.
I had
realize
no
that.
clue.
Yeah.
That's why he was so good. He's from Random.
I guess. You know, Lee Boy, he was a big baseball player too, but he didn't play at Random High School.
Sumner.
Yeah.
Well, no,
And
what
then-
was it called?
Yeah, Sumner High School or whatever.
Sumner School. Yeah.
But I thought that was
I'll
pretty
go
neat.
with that.
I thought you knew that.
Well, I did.
Come on, man.
Now, 1960, I seen this article, and Pop Red was working for grandfather. And
What year?
I think it was 60. I didn't have a date here, but there was this article here, and I remember I'm talking about this. But Richard was running up there, and he came into pits, and they was putting rear end grease in the back of the car, and somebody yelled "go" or something, and they dropped the jack on him.
And luckily he was going
Yeah.
because it spun.
Well, it said he spun the wheels on him,
and then it rolled him out.
that kept him from getting broke ribs and stuff. But anyway, he had second-degree burns on him. I think he took about a week off to get ready. But you remember
Pretty
that?
tough.
But anyway,
I don't remember it, but I remember them talking
but
about it.
there's Pop Red, and there was a
Where
big
was
article
the
on
Hind Warner
him.
Jack that they used.
The what now?
The Hind Warner Jack was it like the one we got.
Oh, I
out
don't
there?
know.
Wonder
And
who was the Jack man?
I don't know, but I guess I don't think
Smokey.
it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then-
1960.
1960, yeah. And then we had, I learned this too. I didn't realize Fred Lerlangen, he won 4 in a row up there. I mean, it had nothing to do with us. That was Holman Moody. But I thought that was interesting
Fun
tidbit.
fact.
Yeah, that he won 4 in a row. He was good. And the best of my knowledge, what I've been looking up, I don't think Bobby Allison ever won a race at Martinsville in the Cup side.
That's surprising.
Yeah, but as good a short track driver as he was.
Hmm.
But
Well, keep digging. I'm
well,
sure
no,
he won one.
I'll find something. But so far I hadn't found it. But anyway, Martinsville, we've had some good times up there amongst ourselves as growing up as kids, because we'd go up there and Mom would have a big picnic lunch. We'd sit out there, and everybody talks about the hot dogs and stuff, but we always had our own picnic
Well,
lunch.
yeah, it was kind of later in life that we learned
I
that.
realized that was a big deal.
Yeah,
But they were good.
yeah.
But that was back when you could park in the infield.
Right. We used to sit over there like going into 1 and 2
Yep.
up there on the corners, and that's where they'd have the van.
Played Nerf. You had to use your Nerf football up there because it would bounce off the cars.
Well, back in those days, everybody didn't have the big tractor,
Right,
long
right.
tractor trailer rigs, and they'd have them short, trailers, and everybody parked their trailers in the corner. Remember how they used to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then people would sit there.
What? But they'd also park the trailers on the old days, almost on the racetrack. So somebody.
That's what I'm talking about.
It wasn't a fence.
Right. It was
Yeah.
just
Oh, it's crazy.
like dominoes.
Yep. Well, I think I was reading here. I had it wrote down here that they didn't pave it until like 55. It's a dirt race until 55.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think grandfather, like I said, he won 2 of them in dirt, and he won 1 in asphalt. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Absolutely.
And
So 58, it would have been pavement.
58,
Julie's
yeah,
car won.
yeah, it was 55.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good to know.
but the hot dog deal, everybody's all into the hot dogs up there now, and they got good hot dogs, I think. But I still like Yum Yums better than I do up here in Greensboro. I like it better than
I like
Martinsville.
all hot dogs.
Yep,
Mostly.
that's pretty good.
Frank and Larry's got a pretty
Frank
good
and
hot
Larry's
dog.
got a good hot dog. Yeah, that's good. But Martinsville's famous for them. And everybody always goes up there. And didn't y'all, when we was doing trucks, didn't y'all have a hot dog eating contest up there?
Well, we had a bright idea, and we thought we had a shoe in.
We thought we had
Travis.
We thought Travis was our horse.
And he, you know,
He let us
Travis.
down.
Now, if there's no pressure, he can beat anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not even trying. He eats fast. It's just
Yeah.
a trait he's got. And we said, hey, let's put on a contest. So we got what Wayne Alton was the head of the truck
Yeah.
deal at that time, and we said, hey, we're gonna have a hot dog eating contest. And was 10 of them a piece or something? How many was it?
Man, I don't
Y'all
know.
had a
There was a
whole
bunch of
bunch
hot
of them.
dogs.
Yeah.
So we let, and he got involved. And so we had Hayes Jewelers, and I got with Zach, and they made up a nice little plaque. I think they done it 2 or 3 years. But
Who won? Was it Binks?
no, it was a guy. I can't remember his name, but man, that guy, he was almost eating them whole. It was like watching that real hot dog contest up there at Coney Island or wherever they have that
Oh,
thing.
good gosh.
Them guys just sit there and shovel them, you
That's
know.
crazy.
But Travis, in Travis form, he seen he was behind. He took one and threw it over his shoulder.
You got to catch up.
So I was like, man, you let us down. I mean, you know, but it was fun. I mean, we did a lot of fun stuff in
Oh, yeah.
Martinsville. It just, I don't know, traditions and, you know, like you said, we grew up playing in the infield there. I got a kind of a horror story, but it's not really horror.
Okay.
So I guess it's right after the Enterprise had sort of shut down.
83.
Yeah, and the King went elsewhere. And so I decided I need to go to Martinsville and kind of shop around, see what's going on. So I just figured in the past, you know, Daddy and them would have them little slips, like if you're going to Charlotte or Martinsville or like you said, Rockingham, and you just sign your name. So I said, well, I'll just go up there and get that sheet and sign my name going in. Well, Clay Earls took me back to his office and explained to me that he built this racetrack to make money, not to give tickets to anybody. I told him, Maurice is my daddy, and I don't think he really cared.
No.
But no, he let me in and give me a pass.
That'd been like coming
much
down-
appreciated, but it made me realize how things really worked in life.
Well, that's like I've said.
Valuable lesson.
That's a whole different generation, and they counted every penny from Lee Petty and
Oh
Clay
no,
Earls
and
all that.
again,
Didn't they?
no fault to him because he was a very shrewd businessman.
That's what built the place. That's right.
And I don't know. It just that was an instant lesson that I needed to learn in life at that time.
Right.
So anyway,
And we've learned it many times afterwards.
thank you, Mr.
Steve.
Earls, for showing me how the world works. And he built a magnificent facility with that.
Oh, it is. That's a
with
beautiful
that
place.
play mat, you know,
And
play form.
I still love to
Format.
go up to Martinsville and watch races. And
Always have.
I believe we're going to head up there. The next race, we're going to be up there hanging out. And
Well, y'all enjoy that.
well, appreciate y'all stopping by. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you out there.